Hi there, Ron here, Variable Play, and welcome to another Just Sleeving. And this time around, I'm going to be sleeving, if I could, the Hugot card game. This is, I don't know, third, fourth printing. Um, so, Hugot is designed by Thomas Regala, the Epic Gaming Regiment, and published by Ludus Distributors. I am already liking the box. It is a big improvement from the previous one, but of course, functionality-wise, yeah, it's always been good. I like the presentation now. So, hanggat may nagmamahal, hanggat may nasasaktan, hanggat may pag-ibig, may hugot. Para pa rin sa inyo ito. Isang card game na likha ni Thomas Regala para sa 3 hanggang 10 manglalaro. Yes. And even the comment at the back. Wow, got Hugot. I love it. Thank you, Desky. Nice Hugot right there. Pumugot mula sa kaibuturan. Grabe naman ng lalim. Ng iyong pinagdadaanan. At ipakita sa lahat na ikaw ang pinakamalupit pagdating sa hugot lines. 140 cards, 60 questions, and there are now 10 blank Hugot cards. I don't know if they had that before. And 10 blank question cards. Cool. All right, let's open up. So I have a really interesting experience with Hugot. Aside from me having so much fun with this game, is the fact that it is so accessible. I'll show you guys later how it plays, but once you are not familiar. Oh, look at that beautiful thing. It is now standard card size. Fantastic. And I think there's enough space for me. Wow, there are so many cards. Number one, there are so many cards. So this is so cool. And yeah, wow, amazing. Okay, so there's quite a bit. I think at the back it says how many. 140 Hugot cards, 60 questions, so over 200 just on that, and then 20 blanks. So 220 cards in total. Oh, I will need a lot of sleeves. Okay, but my experience in Hugot, while I get the sleeves I will be using here, I think I need to use some perfect fits because I need to be able to fit it back in the box, and hopefully that's going to be the case. So I had a friend of mine call me up, and she was having some problems with her kid, and so I said, so she asked me, hey, can you maybe run a game night for them with their friends? And basically, her son was having some issues on mental health, quite extreme. So I of course I immediately ran a small game night for the kids, and we started with the usual fare. We started with Splendor, and they had fun. They had fun with those more straightforward games. And then to finish off the night, I opened up Hugot and told them, hey, this is a very fun casual game. This is how it works. And to be honest, I wasn't too sure how it would fare. But one thing about games is that you would often be surprised when it's about your stories that you can relate. What happened next was they did not stop playing. And I said, when I noticed that, I said, okay, sure. go ahead. You can have my copy, bring it with you, and play along with your friends. And so that they did. They played. They thanked me. They went home. And a few weeks later, the mom was telling me um, that they never stopped playing. That every day, those group of friends who also had very much the same very heavy struggles, yeah, they enjoyed playing together. And they were able to, of course, relate to each other, but maybe vocalize and whatnot, and have fun in a lot of things. And they were able to kind of get out of the situation that they were in. So game is quite memorable to me, and now I'm really happy that there's a sort of like an upgraded version of it. So cool. And I like the whole aesthetic, and you can see it from the camera. It has this sort of like crumpled paper look. And so these are the blank cards. And then, so these are the questions, mga tanong. So they are in red. We'll go through that in a bit. And these are all. So all the responses that you will use to play the game. And, these are games where everyone has played some variation of it. Even my Codes and Verses and my Plataforma stem from the same sales pitch idea, where you have a prompt and everybody has to sell their response on it. And that's pretty much how these sales pitch type of games work. It's a comedic improv, but the driver that makes it work as a game is you have these components. These helper prompts allow anyone who's maybe not necessarily a stand-up comedian that can just string up ideas on the fly, and use them as a way to make fun ideas, but again is quite relatable, and that's how it was made. You know what was interesting, and this is a story of how when they were designing this game and Thomas presented it to the publisher, and the publisher not necessarily was. I mean, we were all gamers in the first place, so we were used to a little bit more complex, a little bit more framework and system. So it wasn't too sure. It was a fun idea, but it wasn't too sure. And then he brought it home and sort of asked people around the house to play around with it, and that's where they saw that the magic of the game is not just on the gamer perspective. It's accessing a crowd that normally gamers, or at least from the core game community, will not be able to reach. This is something that is accessible to almost anyone, albeit they have to be able to understand Filipino, because the key driver of the game is that Hugot, turns out, is not necessarily dad jokes. It's Filipinos are balladeers. We love our heartaches, our heartbreaks, and that's pretty much this game, just viewed in a comedic sense. All right, let's get to sleeving. So yeah, I have a rule. If it's a good card game, it deserves to be sleeved. And here you go. I'm sleeving Hugot. I'm gonna also read them for you as I go along. Droga, drugs, doctor, $200 cards now. We can do this. Dorian, Jario, Egypt. I think because it's a reprint, they're able to access more content now. So this is EDSA. So I'll give you an example of like how the game plays. And so let me just read through how it goes. So you have you're going to pick a question, and for example, like this, it says here. Oops, sorry. Hugutan ang iyong nakaraan. And then so people will then going to play a Hugot card. And whoever they like the most, they will get. So for example, Hugutan ang iyong karaan. Si past ay para siyang durian. Prickly, parang hindi naman siya mabaho. Acquired taste. Pero once na you get past that and you see the beauty inside, para siyang durian na masarap pala sa... Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Sorry about that. Sorry, children. Didn't realize I was going that way. Whoops. Okay, so that's at the end. Then somebody else is gonna make a response. See, even I'm playing this alone, and I end up with funny comedic anecdotes, and that's, I think, the beauty of this game. That it really, the content. So in these type of games, often than not, the driver for the design is not necessarily the framework. The framework is straightforward. It's just cards and in prompts, but it's the thought around those prompts. When I was researching my quotes and verses, every single quote and verse, it wasn't just like a copy paste and here you go, those are all the quotes and verses that we will use. No, I went through a matrix. I was measuring the applicability of this quote or this verse across different topics. I was doing a matrix on sort of their general appeal, and I'm guess and relevance, even with the topics, for example. So yeah, here, see, you still have face mask there. What's really interesting with Thomas is that he was able to really tap into the younger culture. So when I was doing my quotes and verses, I did have some content on kids, on topics, on challenges and aspirations of younger people, but it wasn't as much. I didn't realize that a lot of my topics there was a little bit more on the young adult, to an adult. Yeah. Flash drive. Alam pa ba ng mga bata, ang mga Gen Z, what is flash drive? Gamot, gatas, gate. See, things like these are the prompts, and you're going like, I'm just gonna not read this next one. It's the Glow Foods. Go grow, glow. Gubat, gulong, gunting, gusali, pagdan, halo, hangin, I hope you guys are staying dry. The storm is building up again, so hopefully everyone is safe. Hot dog, ilaw, internet. Of course, I have to read it in Filipino style. ipis. Is that an ipis? And is that? Yep, nobody else will understand that reference. Itlog. Itnok. Kabayo. Cadena. Calzada. Oh, hey, you know, I realize there is something I can try out with. Let's see if I can do that. Give me a couple of, let me just leave this and we're gonna try something. But I have an idea of how to play this kind of solo. But yeah, so I'm going to see if AI can play Hugot. Let's see. Kidnapped. Umot. Kuryente. Kutsilyo. Ang nakaraan ko parang lamok. Pilit mo ng sinusuwag. Pasok pa rin ng pasok sa tinga mo. Lechon, libro, LRT or MRT? Lubid. Luha. Magtataho. Mani. Nika. Manok. Martilyo. At milk tea. Okay. It's a lot of cards. A lot of cards. Okay. Multo. Isang ninja. Anong klaseng ninja? Orasan. Ako. Palengke. Kaputok. Pasko. Okay, so I was thinking about how this, for example, interacts with Plataforma, and I think I have some ideas for now too. But basically, Plataforma is you have a topic and then you build up two candidates. So what if the candidates are topics? and then you play Hugot as normal. So you create a Hugot about si Trump. So si Trump ay parang you know, what's this? Pintuan ng Empire State Building. Something like that. Or si Trump ay presidente dati. Pwede mangyari ulit. Police. So I think that's one quick way, is that they flip on the topic. So, and then from here, yeah, it could be the case. Cooler, sabaw, sabon, saging, salamin, sanain, sapin-sapin, saranggola, security guard, oh, that should be something. So it's like a issue, and then you have a sili haba, simbahan, sing-sing, sinigang, sinturon, sirena, snatcher, sneakers, sugat. Do you know that Hugot is a very Filipino joke system? There is such thing as dad jokes, but this whole sort of like a hurt riz is a very Filipino thing. We don't see that elsewhere. Tayo lang yung pusong mamon at natutuwang nasasaktan, nire-reminisce yung mga sakit. Okay. I hope it still fits though, because it seems like that's quite a lot. Taxi, ticket, tricycle, trumpo, chinelas. These sleeves are slightly tighter than the previous one. It's not all of it. Chocolate, too big. Utang. Utot. Utot mo. Hihirit ng bata. Mal? Bal? Okay. Okay. There's not even all the cards yet. So I might not sleeve the blank cards. Aircon, alak. Basta may alak. May pulutan. Alcohol. Alien. Alikabok. Yeah. Ampalaya. Anino. Apoy. Araw. Artista. You know what's super cool about Hugot is that everything, absolutely everything, if you can understand Filipino, is accessible. There's no, oh, what's this? There's none of those. In Plataforma, for example, my challenge in my game is that if you are not, sabi nga lang, if wala kang baon, meaning you don't participate in current events, you don't, you know, listen or at least familiar of what's happening with the current political situation or challenges, it's kind of hard to play that game because yeah, people don't take notice when it's not the time that they want to take notice. Bagoong baha. Bangko. baraha, or cards, barbero, kwentong barbero, baril, baso, basura, bato, beer, birthday, Bitcoin, nice. Some relevance there. Bola, brief, underwear, bukid, bulaklak, bulak pala muna, and then bulaklak. Bumbilya, bundok, buwan, buwaya, buwis, camera, candy, cellphone, Christmas lights, computer, Crayola, crypto, dagat. And dragon. Okay. So those are the prompts that I'm gonna sleeve. Sorry, the Hugots. It's where you draw from. Hugot is in English is to draw, to pull from. And yeah, I don't think it will fit. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So, yeah. So, I think I will only sleeve the. I would have to not sleeve these guys because they will no longer fit. Or I can probably just curate it such that I will only have a certain amount of cards in there. What I normally do is I would leave them out, face out in the sun, or at least in a window where it will expand and sort of flatten them as I need to. So I'll do that first because I don't think I can sleeve any more of these guys. It won't fit. That'll do for now. And I already spent 36 minutes. But in any case, for anyone who is wanting to get a copy of Hugot, it is now available again and now in a cooler box. And I like that, yeah, the cards are bigger. You can now sleeve them, albeit that if you sleeve them, even with perfect sleeves, it will not fit easily. Okay, so let's I have to move Google. So we have another game that I wanted to open, which is Sunrise Lane. Let me just adjust the camera a bit. There you go. Okay, sorry about that moving. Okay. All right, so Sunrise Lane is from Horrible Games, and it plays 2 to 4 players around 45 minutes. The way it works is you're building up these buildings across the city, and you do that by planting, having the cards to do so. We will find out exactly how it plays in a bit. Let's go ahead and open it first, and then we can see how it goes. Oops, sorry. No. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hello. So, Sunrise Lane. We have our pamphlet. Oh, they did the Great Hit, one of my favorite new games too. Okay. I guess I have to remove that from the stream. All right. Next is Great Split. They also did Tiny Turbo Cars. I wanted to try that. Evergreen. Quicksand, a real-time cooperative game. Okay. Well, thank you for dropping by. Okay. Railroad Inc. Sunbox. Yeah, thank you for removing. Unicorn Fever. Similar. Right. But their more popular one is Railroad Inc. Okay. So, so many houses. So, these are the houses that you will build as you go along the board. You will have a couple of baggies. And then, what are these? Okay, so we have some token boards we can put up and some cards. Okay, not too many cards, so that will be easy too. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's get to sleeving, and then we will see how the rest of the game plays. Really cool colors for the cards, so that's nice. Oh, and I guess these are pertaining to the pips on the board. So it'll be fairly straightforward from there. Let's just sleeve this first. Yeah, we've got nice purple house. And the cards fit better as compared to the previous one. Is there a way for me to... Ah, cool. There you go. It's able to remove. There was some person in the comments in one of the streams, but fortunately we do have the technology to assist in those. All right. We have our purple. We have our blue. And the art looks really nice. Got our yellows. I'm debating whether I should have used like a stronger sleeve, but this was what was open. I'll use these for now, because this will likely have more shuffles than normal. So I think it could use a stronger sleeve. Although card quality is not bad. But yeah, scuffing on the sides is always annoying. Especially if you have a full art. You know, ink doesn't go through the paper. It's just on the surface. It will go through a little bit, but not that much. So you can kind of see the side. It is white. So that is the paper. If it scuffs, then it's just going to show paper. Yeah, we got some red houses. Red apartment buildings. And a few more. Okay, and then green. All right, I'll see that. Okay. Next, we have our, so these are scoring markers. These are, I think, sort of like part tokens, yeah. And the first player. Nice. Nice simple set of components. I like that. Let's grab some. Where are my? Have those, and maybe a small one for these guys. And first player marker as well. Okay. For these, I might keep them there because I don't think it's an issue for them to be there. Okay. So let's open this up. Why are there so many baggies though? Gave me a lot of baggies. I'm guessing cards are shuffled. Gameplay. Okay. Oh, so prep is all the way up front immediately. Nice, I like that. There's a number of pieces based on the player count. It'll just be 22 house pieces each if there are 4 players. Scoring marker. Let's bring this. Oh, nice. Not too big. I am liking the accessibility of this game already. Good. So we'll be, I guess, yeah, placing the tokens at the start like that. And then first play marker. Okay. And then shuffle cards, deal 3 from the deck for each play. So 7 pile shuffle. There are how many colors for that? Seems to be red, green, blue, purple, yellow. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Cool. Okay. First player. Each player will get 3 cards. So play twice in turn 1 of the 2 actions below. Okay. Choose an empty space. Ah, how do you do 5 though? You only get 3 cards each. When you don't want to build any more house or park, draw one card from the deck and then make your turn. Okay. So you draw at the end of your turn. So choose an empty space adjacent to the central space or any space containing houses or pieces placed on the board either by you or another player. Okay. Oh, they are sealed. Now I understand what are the baggies for. It's, in that case, there's not enough baggies. It's okay, no worries. I have a lot of baggies, but I'll open them up for now. And as far as I understood, these go in like Lego pieces. You kind of can't. You have to follow the seam side, often than not. And yeah, you have this sort of like a tower building. Okay, so it says here. You must play 1 or more cards matching the color of that space. For each card that you play 1 house stacked on each other. Okay, so for example, this is sucky because there's nothing there for us to work with. Yeah. Because they're all both 2s to begin with. So I will probably just end my turn with drawing cards. So now that I have something, some other player may have done it, but then I can do this now, which is play 2, and I have 2 a size 2 building right there. Okay, so that's kind of how you do it. Get points equal to the number of dots shown. So in this case, I will get 2 points. 2 points. Times the points. So, each house that you play 1 or more cards matching the space, the color only. So you don't have to play a 2 on a 2 space. Build a house on the chosen space. Pay 1 or more cards matching the color. For each card you play, place 1 of the houses in the chosen space stacked up on each other. For each house piece you place, you immediately get points equal to the number of dots on the space. Wow, 2 houses. Advantage scoring tracks. So in this case, we would score 4 because it's 2 times 2. After building a house, you may build another house adjacent to that space, as long as there are 1 or more cards matching the color of that space. Oh, okay, cool. So we could build that yellow, for example, for another 1 point, I guess. You can keep building houses this way as long as you have cards in hand. Okay. Once per round, you may build a house. Whenever you may build a house, you may build a park instead. To build a park, you must discard one of your cards in any color. Place one park token. Park follows the same building rules, but you will not get any points when you build it, no matter how many dots were contained. So the dots are multiplier. They're multipliers. They're just multipliers. So it's a matter of how many can you play on that color, and then the dots are multipliers. Oh, I see. Cool. Okay. All right. I think that's it. If you don't want to build, so you either build or draw cards. If you don't want to build any card, you may draw 2 instead. So at the end of my turn, I will draw 1 card. But if I choose to, I can skip and draw 2. Okay. Cool. Sounds easy. Yeah. But I doubt it has a solo game. The game end is triggered when 2 or fewer houses pieces are left. When a player has 2 or fewer houses pieces left, after their turn, the game continues to the end of the current round, so that all players may equally have a number of turns. The game end is also triggered immediately if there are no empty spaces left in the bonus. Oh, maybe. What? Oh, okay. So there are sections on the grid. This, I think, is A. So players are ranked according to the criteria. They get 10 points, 6 points, and 3 points, depending on the highest. On area B, most houses. Who has built the most houses? So here is the number of houses. Here's the tallest. So B's are tall and reds are number. And then there's a C condition, which is the most spaces connected. Okay. And so those are basically the bonus points. Cool. Cool. All right. Awesome. So let me just... So I think, yeah, that's pretty much how it plays. Very straightforward. Nothing fancy. But I also like some games that are like that because I don't have to... It means that it's very accessible for everyone. Easy for people to play and get started. Okay, let's find some... I wonder if I have enough. I could do it like that, I think. So let's just do Ziplocs for now. The amount of Ziplocs I have accumulated. Because sometimes some games will just give you a lot, like these. Look at that. And you know it's coming from the same game. I think this was the game I think this was for Red 7 of last week. You will zip them like that. These are going to go for the cards. And the excess go back here into the storage. And let's go ahead and transfer these to their more permanent home. The reason why I like plastic containers as compared to Ziplocs is that Ziplocs, people tend to not secure them when they're playing. They will, but my orders for replenishment of the containers are not, haven't arrived yet. So, Ziplocs for now. And last one. These are houses that you know it's going to be hard for you not to stack. People are complaining online like, oh, it's so hard to stack them. Some of them go only one way, and my brain goes, why would you stack them in not the same facing? Why would you not stack them in opposite directions, in the wrong directions? Why would you do that? So, okay, can't teach their own. Alrighty, cards go there. Yes, these tokens we can put here. Oh, maybe I want to place this also with the cards so that it doesn't fly around. Okay. This can go inside plastic. Then we will have those. And finally, the cover. And we have Sunrise Lane. Sometimes you don't want a super complicated game, and this is perfect. And it's from Ryan or Tunisia. So that's cool. Because we always wanted a game with Dr. Ryan or Tunisia. Alright, so thank you everyone for joining me. Until next time, stay safe. Have a good one, guys. Bye.